A very good evening to you and welcome to JoyNews Prime. I'm Sechi. We're live on DSTV channel 421, gov't channel 125 and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, Interior Minister calls for full stakeholder cooperation in the tribal conflict rocking part of the Savannah region as he pledges government firm resolve to end it.
Came here from Monday to today. I didn't even bath. Yes, this is my child. Okay. And some even 3 months.
And these and more coming up in the next 30 minutes. Thanks for joining us. Government, through Interior Minister Muntaka Mohammed-Mubarak, has pledged to address concerns raised by the Overlord of Gonja, Yagbonwura, Bii-Kunuto, Jewu, Soale I, over the tribal conflict that has rocked the traditional area and called for broad support. Speaking in Damongo after a 2-hour closed-door meeting with the Yagbonwura over the Bii-Kunuto conflict in the Sawla-Bole district, the minister expressed optimism about restoring peace to the affected areas. He appealed to the Yagbonwura for full cooperation in resolving his grievances and working towards a lasting settlement.
Another term that we are using, I mean, you know there's curfew, and in the curfew it has stated everything: no carrying of arms, no wearing war regalia, no carrying of offensive weapons and all that. And the His Royal Highness have given us assurance that they are going to cooperate with the security agencies to ensure that all these things are brought to an end. So be rest assured that, I mean, we are just calling on all the freedom factions to understand that nothing can be compared to peace. Once we all agree to sit down and begin talking, I'm sure all these things will be a thing of the past. Thank you very much. Sure, I mean, you see the immigration officers here. Now we are even combining both the, I mean, not only the immigration, but the military and the police, and they are patrolling the whole of our stretch. We are also engaging our colleagues across the borders, I mean, in Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire, for all of us to hold the line, to just ensure that we do not necessarily cross to create problems for each other. So all those things have been taken over. I can assure you that we are not leaving any stone unturned. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is very concerned, and he's showing leadership and is pushing to make sure that we resolve all these things as soon as possible, so that peace will remain, will be returned to this place. Thank you very much. We are grateful.
The minister stressed the government's commitment to peace in the two districts, but insisted it requires the collective effort of all stakeholders. He directed the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, to gather accurate data on displaced persons to guide government support.
We've tasked NADMO to get us the accurate numbers in every area, because, I mean, as you know, some have been displaced internally, others have been displaced across our borders. Others are even in other regions. So we are trying to get the exact number, and then we'll see exactly what can be done. But I can assure you that in the meantime, a lot has been done. I mean, food items is coming, we are getting tents and all that. And then we are hopeful that, if by the grace of God, as His Royal Highness have assured us, maybe very soon they may be able to even return back to Nigeria. So you can be rest assured that yes, we are concerned, we are worried about our own citizens and the displacement, yes, but we are taking concrete steps, and a lot of things are being done to ensure that they are not left to their fate. But government is making an effort to go to their
The delegation, comprising CDS Limited General William Ejapon, IGP Christian Tete Yohonu, Prisons Director General Patience Bafo-Boni, Immigrations Controller General Samuel Amandu Basentale, and Army Chief of Staff Major General Lawrence Betamu Nana Edu-Jemfi was tasked by President Mahama to foster dialogue and peacefully resolve disputes in the area. They later left for Tamale in the northern region to separate a meeting with community stakeholders on the Bii-Kunuto conflict. Now, moving on to our next story, traders in Sotium are reluctant to open their shops for business after 2 persons were gunned down over a sprinkling of kpokpoi in Sotium on Sunday. Eyewitnesses identified the deceased as Obrafo and one of the sons of the local chief. According to them, the confrontation started when residents of another community, Jewu, tried to sprinkle kpokpoi in Sotium, a traditional dish central to the festival. Despite resistance from the Sotium traditional leaders, this was followed by a gun battle leading to the deaths. Collins Frimpong reports.
The incident happened in one of the busy trading hubs in Sotium, surrounded by several container shops. At the location where one of the deceased fell, a closer look revealed blood droplets, but a tire burnt at the same location smears the blood marks. Some of the aluminium containers had bullet holes in them and shattered glass windows. The area was quiet as opposed to the vibrant Sunday sales. An eyewitness recounted what happened.
And the gunshots that was going on, bro, I don't know where they got the bullets from. For like 30 minutes continuously, the gun was just flying. We just asked what was the problem and we were told, people were having their Homowo and they wanted to come and sprinkle quickly here. But this place is for the Sotium land. So the Sotium people said no, they won't allow them to come and sprinkle quickly here. That is the fight. The injured, I can't say because a lot, but then 2 people died.
Confirmed?
Confirmed. By the Sotium people. They're Obrafo of Sotium and then have to do this. The son of the chief.
Another woman who was still shaken by the incident said many of the traders fled the scene to avoid being hit by stray bullets.
Yesterday, they destroyed all our wares, including our glass containers. As you can see, when the situation later got worse, we fled into people's rooms to hide out of here. By 3 p.m., we closed all shops and took our children home.
At the time of our visit, there were no police or security officers at the scene. Some residents are still afraid to come out or even open their shops, fearing reprisals.
No, yesterday the place was quiet. Everybody closed the shop. Because this morning, I learned more people didn't open their shops because they are afraid it will happen. And it will happen. After when, I don't know, but it will happen. We live in the area, we know how the area is.
The police are yet to comment on the incident. For JoyNews, I am Collins Frimpong, Sotium.
And police have released a statement on the investigations into the clashes during the Homowo celebration at Sotium. And now I'll read the statement. The Accra Regional Police Command has initiated an investigation into violence incident during the climax of the annual Homowo festival at the Enya Sotium on Saturday, 30th August 2025. Preliminary investigations reveal that a misunderstanding broke out between followers of 2 rival chiefs during the sprinkling of the traditional food kpokpoi, leading to an exchange of gunfire. The situation escalated when some attendees attempted to leave the festival grounds, resulting in further attacks at Olebu. 3 persons, Abubakar Ramadan Saba, alias Ni Kwashibu, Theophilus Ni Amu Kwajan, and Joseph Shebu Dodo, lost their lives in the violence. Additionally, 4 individuals, Enoch Amevo, treated and discharged, Samuel Ejay, Nathaniel Doku, and Frederick Latte, alias Ni Obrafo, sustained injuries and are receiving treatment at various medical facilities, including Kolebu Teaching Hospital and Rich Hospital. The bodies of the deceased have been deposited at the police hospital mortuary for preservation and autopsy, while injured are receiving the necessary medical attention. The Accra Regional Police Command has deployed additional personnel to restore calm and maintain law and order in the affected areas. Intelligence-led operations are underway to identify and arrest all those involved in the violence. The command strongly and that's all the police report. All right, and I'll continue. The command strongly cautions traditional leaders, elders and their supporters to adhere strictly to agreed security arrangement and avoid acts that could jeopardize public space. And this is signed by Ms. Juliana Obey, Superintendent and Head of Public Affairs, Accra Region. And so that's the statement from the Ghana Police. And now heading to the Eastern region, less than 48 hours to the Akwatia by-election, the NPP's national organizer, Henry Nana Boakye, is raising concerns over what he describes as a huge security lapse. In a Facebook post on August 31st, he claimed police checkpoints in the area have been deserted, despite assurances of heavy security deployment. But the NDC is disputing his claims. According to NDC's Director of Elections and IT, Rashid Tanko, the location Henry Boakye referred to is not Akwatia, but Asamankese, dismissing the NPP's concerns as misleading.
Akwatia, as of now, it is a baseless accusation against the police. It has no foundation and it should be dismissed completely. I passed through where he posted. It's not in the Chambo district. That is Asamankese. When you are coming from Asamankese, it's a checkpoint in the night because that stretch is very dark. So the police put up those checkpoints in the night to make sure that evildoers don't misbehave on that route. Daytime, you hardly see them there because the road is so busy daytime. Come to Akwatia and see, you see the number of roadblocks, checkpoints. In fact, today they have even searched our vehicles. My minister is here. We went around to visit some communities, and every point we pass, there are checkpoints there, and they will make sure that they check everybody before you are allowed to pass through.
And Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer also urged the National Peace Council to engage the NPP ahead of the election on September 2nd.
Well, we will attend the meeting. We'll go and listen to them. What we do know is that we are ready for peaceful election. We have trained our people. Our deployment strategy, everything is top-notch. And we are ready for the election come 2nd September, Tuesday. The Peace Council should rather engage them. They are the people who are causing all the problems here. As we speak now, they are apprehensive here, trying to create an impression that doesn't exist.
All right.
And government, through Interior Minister Muntaka Mohammed, has pledged to address concerns raised by the Overlord of Gonja, Yagbonwura, Bii-Kunuto, Jewu, Soale I, over the tribal conflict that has rocked the traditional area and called for support. Speaking in Damongo after a 2-hour closed-door meeting with the Yagbonwura over the Benyiri conflict in Sawla-Bole Bole, the minister expressed optimism about restoring peace to the affected areas. He appealed to the Yagbonwura for full cooperation in resolving his grievances and working towards a lasting settlement. And now let's go on phone, and we're joined now by one security analyst, Professor Kwesi Anning. Good evening, Professor, and thanks for joining us.
My name is not Anning, it is Anning. If it was well, then John stopped.
Thanks for the correction, Prof. We're glad for your time. Now, please tell us, does it really take a directive from the president for the security chiefs to make the first move in resolving the conflict? And what impact could that have on the peace process?
Well, it's absolutely disgraceful that people who have been authorized and have sworn an oath in terms of their ministerial and other appointments to keep the peace in this country want to wait for the president to order them to do their job. This is totally unacceptable. Sometime last week, I spoke to you when the Member of Parliament had been exchanging WhatsApp messages with the Minister of Interior. And the Director of NADMO had made some statements that I thought were improper. And now to wait for almost a week for the President to give a directive before action is taken is unacceptable. And I think as Ghanaians, we should raise our voices against this type of behavior. The minister has the authority through the municipal security councils, regional security councils, and district security councils for action to be taken. I mean, this is not the president's word. And I think when people in authority fail to take the actions that are necessary, it emboldens conflict parties do what they are doing. And I'm hoping that we are going to see a much more, sort of direct, positive intervention from the institutions that are mandated to deal with issues of conflict and to prevent them also.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Kwesi Anning. And you're still right here on JoyNews Prime. I'm Sheila Sechi. A quick break right after the news continues. And welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Now let's move on to our very last story. A principal biosafety officer at the National Biosafety Authority, Kwesi Anderson, has said that the only genetically modified organism, GMO seeds, that have been approved by the authority is PBR cowpea. He noted that the PBR cowpea is safe for the environment and safe for consumption and for use. The biosafety officer said this at the Open Forum on Agriculture, Biotechnology, Ghana Chapter's Field Media Engagement at CSIR SARI Nyankpala in Tamale.
Pod borer-resistant cowpea, a genetically modified variety of cowpea, is developed to protect the crop from harmful effects of the legume pod borer, which can cause significant yield loss. The technology, which incorporates an insect control protein from a microbial insecticide, was approved for environmental release and open cultivation in Ghana in 2024, marking a significant step towards commercialization for farmers. Speaking to the media, the principal biosafety officer at the Biosafety Authority said the cowpea underwent a series of tests before its approval.
The only approved seeds that the authority has given in this country is the PBR cowpea. You hear news that the MBA has given permit for 14 varieties. Every permit you're given up until now are grains, what you call food feed processing. They are not meant to be planted. Between the laboratory and where we are now, Sawla will tell you it's taking about 13 years. There's a permit for the work in the lab, contain use. There's a permit for work in the field, and all to make sure that we'll monitor and track that if it's released into the environment, like our farmers grow them, they will coexist with the conventional one.
And that's all the news at this hour. I'm Sheila Sechi. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. Thanks for your company. Have a good evening.